Hello and good afternoon. Welcome to another video from TW White & Sons Mazda. Okay, so what we've got to show you today is an incredibly unique car. I say that for a number of reasons. This is a CX-5 Sport with the 2-litre petrol engine. It's a 20 plate car. It was registered in the July of 20, so it's just about to hit 2 years old. That would make it an incredibly desirable car, just from that alone. The fact is that the car's also covered less than 5,500 miles in that time. It was sold by us from new. It's been serviced by us from new. It's been kept in absolutely impeccable condition. The customer who part exchanges vehicle details and cleans cars as a bit of a hobby on the side and thoroughly enjoys it and does an incredible job of it. This car actually arrived with us about an hour ago. We took the keys from the customer, handed over his new CX-5, and I brought it up the road to photograph it because it arrived at our dealership looking like this. The condition is borderline unbelievable. We have demonstrator cars that have done 1,000 miles that don't look as sharp as this. I cannot find a mark on it, and actually could even throw down a bit of a challenge if a customer could come and see the car and find a mark on it, because I certainly can't. And I've done 10 years in the industry now, and I've never seen a used car look quite like this. The other things that make this car so desirable, so to purchase this car brand new in an equivalent specification, you'd be looking at something in the region of £32,000 to £33,000 now, if not more. And Mazda have since removed the power tailgate from a Sport, so you have to buy a GT, which is the specification above this, to get an equivalent model like this one. So you're probably into £34,000, even £35,000. So it offers incredible value. And we talk about low mileage cars an awful lot, but you have to remember at 5,000 miles, this is on 5,000 mile brakes, 5,000 mile suspension, 5,000 mile tyres. It's as good as new. It is a real credible alternative to a brand new car. It is in that nicer condition. Now I'll show you as much of the specification as I can as we go around. I mentioned power tailgate. It's an absolutely wonderful feature. Tailgate goes up on its own. You can do that off the key, off a button in the car, and there is a button on the tailgate here to put it back down as well. And as you'd expect, boot is in perfect order. Not any evidence of anything ever been in here. There is actually little marks you can see in the carpet here from when the previous owner had a boot liner in it. He did actually take that across to his brand new car because he ordered an identical vehicle, but that does mean that the carpet underneath has been looked after beautifully and is unmarked. You have a reversing camera on these. Just going to put the tailgate down. Sorry if the sun glares a little bit much. It's a very, very nice June day. You have a reversing camera that you see there, rear parking sensors, and these very nice dual exit exhausts which look very smart, very sporty. These fabulous 19-inch wheels. So these sort of style of wheels have been on CX-5 since about the end of 2018, and I think they look absolutely tremendous. Of course, the tyres are as close to new as possible. They're Toyo Proxies, that's what these are given from factory, so the original tyres. And on entry you're greeted with this absolutely beautiful black leather interior, a light headliner which is all unmarked, and yeah, things like the sill entry points, not a single mark, scratch or a scuff on them. I don't think anybody's ever been in the back, quite possibly. You can see in here as well, you get a really nice centre armrest, and it has the all-important twin USB sockets in there, so if you're going to have youngsters or anybody else in the back, in fact, who wants to charge their device, they can. Also got fans in the back to keep them cool. You've a keyless entry on the door there. Things like the door edges you can see there, completely unmarked. Like I say, I really cannot find a mark on this car. It is beautiful. You have a electric memory seats, so it's electric adjust. I think they're 8-way adjust, and you've got electric memory on here. You are actually able to link this to a key. So as you approach it with your key, you can have it set so that it's putting your seating position right as well, which is really nice if you are having more than one person drive it with different keys. Now for me, I talk about it all the time, the defining feature of a CX-5 Sport for me is the all-important BOSE stereo. These have a 10-speaker stereo in them. Mazda have a fabulous relationship with BOSE, and they've been producing stereos for our cars for a number of years, and they do make every system bespoke to each car, and the sound system in this car is absolutely incredible. If you get it loud enough, you can get the windows to shake. It's that powerful. It's really, really good, but the sound quality is fantastic. Over in the centre here, you've got Mazda's multimedia system. This has a inbuilt integrated navigation system. If I go for reverse, you'll also see the rear camera. You've got a nice fisheye lens, and the sort of little guidelines in yellow there marking out where you're going to go. Of course, you have parking sensors on the front and the rear as well. Bluetooth hands-free telephone, DAB digital radio, crystal clear reception. You can also use FM, AM, Bluetooth audio streaming, USB plug-in, whatever you like. Now, being a 20 plate car, if you are looking at a CX-5 and you're looking at like a 2019 one, or even a sort of late 2018 as an alternative, do bear in mind that car is not likely to be fitted with Apple CarPlay or Android Auto. And this being one of the first of the more updated models, it does have both of those. Yeah, it is something you can have retrofitted to the others, but it's actually already on this car. If you haven't used these before, you're able to plug in your smartphone through the USB connector, and there is a little white icon actually on the USB connector, which I will show you. You can see there, a little white icon with the phone on it, and that is to show you that the car's fitted with CarPlay. That's the instant giveaway, and it will actually bring up all the apps from your smartphone on this multimedia system. You can use things like Waze, WhatsApp, Spotify, Amazon Music, whatever it might be, and it's fully integrated through that system. And you can control it by voice, and of course if it's going through your smartphone, it's done through the equivalent of Siri, or whatever the Android equivalent is, so it will understand you a little bit better, because your phone learns your voice. So really, really nice touch. A lot of manufacturers charge a lot of money to fit this to their cars, but it is standard on this vehicle. You'll also see, as we go into here, you've got a little icon here that says AD display. Now that is reference to the head-up display that you see here. Now you might not be able to see it very well, but just in the hedgerow there, you can see it projected onto the windscreen. It says 0 miles per hour, and then in the top left corner a little circle, and that's actually showing you the speed of the zone you're in. So rather than looking down at your speedometer all the time, you can keep your eyes a little bit higher on the road, and this will also display things like your sat-nav information, your blind spot monitoring information, and it's all in one place, so you're able to see everything on that heads-up display. Even things like the cruise control. If I was to turn that on now, you see that little icon appear just next to the 0 mile per hour there. So everything is displayed on there. It's a really, really nice addition, and should mean you can keep your eyes on the road. Of course, you have automatic lights, automatic wipers, all the buttons down here for parking sensors, power tailgate, and everything else that you would expect. Now, if you come back to the climate control system down here, you've got heated seats, which you can see there, and you've also got the all-important heated steering wheel. If you haven't had one of these before, it's a fabulous addition to any car. It will heat between this top section of stitching here and the little one down here as well, so you sort of 10 and 2 position almost. Won't do this top bit because of course that's not the part of the wheel you should be holding, but really vital addition to the car for winter time. It really is very good, and it heats up in a matter of seconds. You've got a 6-speed manual gearbox. If you've seen any video I've done before, you will know I am a fan of Mazda's gearboxes. They make fabulous manual transmissions, and the CX-5 is no different. You have a 2-litre petrol engine in this, 165 PS, and a very nice manual gearbox. It's sort of bucks the trend in terms of SUVs, because I think the stigma attached to SUVs is they're not particularly rewarding to drive, but that's not the case with CX-5. It's a really lovely car to drive, a proper mile eater. You could do a really nice long journey in it, but it's actually really good fun to drive on an A and B road as well. You've got an electronic handbrake down here. If you haven't had one before, don't worry, you just have to have your foot on the brake. You press it down to take it off, pull it up to put it back on. Really is that simple. And all your controls down here for your stereo and your multimedia system there as well. It's a push button start car as well. You just have to have the clutch down and press this button to turn it on. Likewise, I'd like to turn it off now. Just press that button once and you're able to get out of the car. A little message there that says CX-5, like that, looks very cool. And that's pretty much it. And the car is still under manufacturer's warranty for at least another 12 months. The car will have over a year's warranty, and that's the warranty the car was issued from new. It includes roadside assistance for all of that time as well. And as I say, I cannot fault this car for condition. It's not something I've ever been able to say before in over 10 years, but it is spotless. If you'd like to arrange a test drive, if you've got any questions, please feel free to pick up the phone to us. We look forward to hearing from you. Cheers then, bye.